Esikokui. Welcome to my channel. I have a new video for you today, and it is a growing up African video. I have a special guest today. She is my best friend, my line sister, my everything. I go to her when, you know, life is just hard. But I love her so much, and I wanted her to share her experiences with you guys and just learn a little bit about her culture, because I feel like I've only had West African people on my channel, so we're gonna get a different perspective today. And so yes, let's introduce yes,
East side now.
East side. So let me introduce Fairus Tefery. Yes. Give us a little intro about you.
I am Fairus Tefery. Okay.
Say how you say it, because, you know, I have an American accent.
Oh, no. Okay, I am Fairus Tefery. I am Eritrean from East Africa.
I wanted to ask, well, you already said where you're from, but do you know, is there states in, like, because in Nigeria, I know there's like different states, and then in Ghana there's different like tribes. So is there something like that in Eritrea?
Yes, so to my knowledge, there are, if I'm not mistaken, 8 or 9 tribes in Eritrea. And I'm not too sure which one my mother is from, but my mom kind of dabbles in each of them in a way. But I know that we are Tigre or Tigrinya. I'm gonna say Tigrinya, but that it's also our language.
Yes.
So that is the tribe. I speak that language. I'm not fluent in it, but like I know enough I can understand every single word that my mom is saying. Like she can talk to me and I just be like, yep. But repeating it back is a little harder. And it's always, I was fluent when I was younger. Yeah. But as I went through school and had to like sort of learn the English, like whatever. You know, we have to take English classes. Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of like, interesting.
So were you born there or you were born here?
So I was conceived there. I like to say that because that is a very important factor. Yes. But I was conceived there. My mother had a daughter. My mom had my older sister Johanna. Johanna. And she came back here to give birth. That was her thing. She would give birth in America, but she would then travel back to Eritrea. Yeah, and I don't really, like, I said, like, Mom, what was, like, why?
What was that
like, you know, why? And she never really has answered that question for me, you know. I should revisit that. But I was conceived there, then she came back here, gave birth to me, and then she took me back. And I was there until I believe I was 3 years old. And then I came back to America.
Nice. Yep. So other than when you were growing up, have you been there since?
Nope. I have not been back. I know, shame on me. Huh?
No, it's not shame on you, but do you plan on going back soon?
Yes, my sister is, I feel like if anyone planned a trip, it was this year.
Yes, I know, and 2020 messed everything up.
I swear to you, I cannot like emphasize that more. Like my younger sister, Nia, planned a trip. I believe it was this summer to go to Eritrea and to go to many other different places with our family. Yes. And that did not go as planned because of the pandemic. But I have not checked back in with her to see if that's a plan, because now she's in a whole master's program, so who knows when we're about to do that. But we are planning to go back, but now I think it's going to be more so either when I graduate, which is in 2021, or when she graduates, which is in 2022. Okay. So now we gotta wait a whole nother year. Right. But I personally would not like to go unless I'm with my sisters. It's really, really important to me that I go with my sisters
because it's like that connection, and then you all get reacquainted.
I don't want to experience that with anyone but them.
Yeah.
And like each of them, none of us have been, none of us have gotten to experience it. So like, I don't want to go with anybody but them.
Yeah.
I know.
No, I think that's beautiful because yes, it's different when you go with your friends. It's different when you go with family. It's different in like the people you go with. It
make a whole difference in the experience. No, I cannot stand by that.
And I feel like with your sisters, it would be more spiritual. It would be more
enlightening. It would be more like awakening. I'd feel more like connected to my roots. There's many levels to why. Like I lost my grandma and grandpa, as you know.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that would be the perfect experience for the four of us to kind of like rebond, you know, like we've lost a lot in a short span of years. So yeah, I don't want to go without them, but considering that we're all in different aspects of our life right now,
it's a little hard to come together.
You already know,
like even friend trips.
It's so hard to just like make sure everybody is on the same. Like, all right, this weekend, whatever, it's too much.
Yeah, and then you gotta go for more than a week, because I just went to Ghana with my friend, and we were there for only a week, and that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
It's a short-lived experience of what Ghana has to offer.
And that's because of her schedule, so you gotta plan it when everybody has enough, like maybe 3 weeks or so or more to give. So yeah, it's a lot going to Africa, because it's a lot of money to go there, first of all, and then you want to be able to get everything that you possibly can when you go there.
Yeah, my mom has always said we're not going unless we stay for a month.
Yeah.
You're like, let me find a month.
Yes. I just posted a video about how if you go over there, it should be at least like minimum 3 weeks, but it's 3 weeks to like a month, 2 months. There's so much to do in Africa. There's so much to do. You can go to different countries. Like there's so much
ever.
Amazing. I can't wait to go to your country. I can't wait to go to... Do you have another country that you're planning to go to or that you want to?
Ghana. Okay, wait, no. Okay, Nigeria.
Okay.
I'd say Nigeria for my ujujuju.
Yeah.
Juice.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd say
I want to go to Nigeria as well.
Yeah. But I can also add Tanzania to that, because I have a friend who has a father who works in Tanzania.
Okay.
And has told me about how beautiful it is. So,
as you mentioned before, your mom, well, to me, your mom is she's a powerful human being in your life, a powerful spirit. How did her growing up shape your upbringing?
Okay, she was in the army.
Okay.
She fought for the independence of Eritrea.
She was in the Eritrean.
Yes, she was. So a lot of people recognize Eritrea for their women take a are the reason why Eritrea got its freedom. Women not ran the army, but they were sort of the majority.
Yes, they were the big spearhead.
And so they are very well respected in the culture.
Yes.
And my mother was in the army, and she fought for our freedom. And so she experienced a number of things that I probably can tell you right now, but I probably can't also tell you because but she was very, very hard, if I can say. If there was a word to summarize her, it's just hard, very hard, very stern. And that shaped my upbringing because she didn't often say the words "I love you," but you knew without a doubt by her actions that she loved you, and that she would do anything in the world for you. You know, so you don't have to hear the words often. And to be quite honest, yes,
because sometimes people don't say it, but they also don't show it.
It's the actions.
And she showed it.
And it's the actions. Yeah. And my mother did everything in her power for her kids. Like, you know, the most selfless person that I've ever met. She's a little president of her little air train club. And she really, like, loves where she's from. And she loves her roots. And she will never stop proving that or showing that. And I'm glad that I was raised in that energy.
Yeah, because it's something to be proud of.
Exactly, it's something to be proud of. She fought, and we lost my aunt, which was her sister, to that war. In fight, she witnessed that. And that's very hard to, like, you know. So, yeah, like, my mom is the, like, OG of all OGs to me, in my eyes. So, in that sense, with her personality being like that, of course, you're gonna be...
like, stern.
Yeah, stern. You're gonna kind of... You're sort of like...
You know what you want.
Exactly. You stand by it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. But to my knowledge, I think that I am very, like, if this is what I want, I'm gonna get it. And I'm not gonna stop until I do.
That's good.
And I'm gonna fight for it, and I'm gonna fight hard.
Yes.
And I think that all of that comes from her. And her, like, willingness to stand strong and be firm. Like, my mom is, I don't think I could emphasize it enough. Like, she is a bad ass.
Yeah.
Like,
do you feel like because of that you are a badass?
You know, sometimes I just be like, I wish I could be like her. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But that is who I aspire to be, and that's who I look up to. She's definitely my biggest influence. Like, I love my mom with my whole heart. Yeah. Like, my whole heart. It's a little emotional. We need to clink. We haven't clinked yet. We gotta do a midway.
So, with the way that you grew up, would you say that your experience growing up being African but also being American is different than other people's experiences?
Oh, absolutely. My mother definitely had to sort of fit in with the American way, which is unfortunate. But it's honestly necessary in order to get what you need to make sure that your family is good.
Definitely.
And so my mom had to do that. She had to sacrifice a lot. My mom worked many jobs. I rarely honestly seen my mom. I was mostly with my grandma because of that.
And she lived out here too?
Yeah, she was like trying to get a GED so that she could get a job. She was working at a place called Treasure Hunt in Inglewood because we lived in Inglewood. Real niggas know what Treasure Hunt is. But yeah, like, my mom was hustling. Like, she was doing everything that she can to sort of, like, make sure that we were good. So,
I don't know, just like growing up, do you feel like you were different from the other kids growing up?
I got bullied quite surprisingly.
Yeah.
I have a good set of, like, kindergarten friends that I've made. I've had since kindergarten. Shout out to Kayla.
And you grew up in Los Angeles area.
I grew up on 6323 10th Ave. Okay. I will never forget it. Apartment 210.
Okay, let them know.
I grew up there, and then I moved to Inglewood.
Yes.
When I was 10.
Okay.
And I spent the rest of
your, like, adolescent age.
The rest of my years were spent there.
Yeah.
I want to say I was 10. I could be so wrong on that year though, but I swear to God, I think it was
that
10.
Time.
Maybe, if anything, the latest, I'd say 14. I know that's a big gap.
Well, we said it
10 to 14 though. I swear. I think it's 10 to 14.
Okay.
10 to 14. I'd give it that gap.
Yeah.
I was on 6323 for most of my life, and then we moved to Inglewood.
Okay.
So that was where I primarily grew up. So yes, I got bullied a lot, and it was like African booty scratcher. If I can tell you the amount of times I got called that, and I swear y'all can probably relate.
Why is that their go-to?
I don't know, and I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And there was a whole like little like, okay, this is probably not a good idea. I'm not advising you. Thank you. It was like a dupe, like you know when people play those like games with their hands.
Yeah.
It was like an African. It was a whole
There
booty
was a
scratching.
thing?
Yes, it was like mailman, do your duty. Here comes the African with, wait, here comes something with the booty. Dun, 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 dun. I might be so wrong.
No, but it's something like that. Yeah.
Because like, I don't know which one that is. I don't know. But, yeah.
That is crazy. I did a lot of like those, what are those called? Hand games and stuff.
It was something, I don't know, I'm wrong, maybe whatever, but
it was something like that. But yeah, it's just kids. I feel like a lot of it they learn. You know, where are they getting this from? They're not just automatically like, oh, okay, let's be prejudiced or like rude to African people. Where are they learning this? And they learn this a lot from their parents.
yeah.
So, did that, like, was that hard for you to make friends?
It wasn't, don't get it wrong. I'm definitely making it lighter than it appears right now. I got bullied.
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy in the class that literally, like, didn't like the smell of Eritrean food, so they would constantly comment on that and, like, call me stinky and things
They would
like,
call
you know,
you?
onion and garlic. Onion and garlic is pretty strong, and I get it. It's not everybody's favorite, but that's a common ingredient.
I would just say some people have a little blander taste, and so maybe the onion and garlic wasn't something they were used to, because maybe their mama wasn't using it.
Yeah.
But it's a definite good ingredient.
No,
to be
seriously.
using.
Garlic and onion, the best combination in the world for some seasoning, okay? And real people know that. But anyway, yeah, it was a common ingredient in our food, so we smelled like onion and garlic, which is not the most pleasant stench, I will say.
Side note, I used to like change outside.
Yes.
And I would bring my clothes outside so then I could change, and so people wouldn't smell me smelling like onions. But I would still show up to basketball games and they're like, you smell like onions. And I'm like, leave me alone. I cannot help it. So if you had the chance to grow up here or Eritrea, where would you grow up? I know you already had both experiences, but if you had the majority to grow up in one place, where would you have chosen?
I feel like, considering the current state of America, I should say.
But like back in 95. Well,
I mean, I was
96, you were born
I was still 2 years
94.
old.
You were born in 94. So 94, what were you?
I don't know where I would have preferred to grow up in. I honestly, wholeheartedly have always expressed to my mom like my desire to have grown up in Eritrea, because I would love to be fluent in the language.
Amen.
I love that I can understand it. I love that I can speak parts of it.
Yes.
But I'm not fluent, and that bothers me, and that bothers her. Because when people ask her, you know, your mom want to be able to like show it off or whatever.
Did she try to teach you?
She was actually trying to get her GED in the middle of her trying.
So she was doing a lot of English.
So there was a lot of English. So there was a lot of like English language learning going on
in the house.
Yeah. And she talked to us in English, so that she could learn it. But when I had first gotten here, my first recollection of language is Eritrean, Tigrinya.
Yeah.
Because I remember that being the language my mom talked to me in.
Yes.
But I understand that my mom had to conform, typically.
Yeah.
To get a job.
Yeah.
To afford a living here.
So a little bit into your career, what are you studying? And do you feel like it ties into your culture?
Whew.
And it doesn't have to.
No.
You feel like it ties into your culture?
It's a great question, and I love
us.
this question because it definitely ties into the culture.
Okay.
My career aspirations are to be an occupational therapist. That is what I'm in school in for right now.
Okay.
I'm in my last year completing clinical rotations. Woot woot. I am expected to graduate in August 2021 by means of passing an exam, of course. But a little bit about occupational therapy. It is a therapy that sort of focuses on the patient's needs and wants. It highlights that, it emphasizes that, and it makes sure that it's a very client-centered profession, holistic in all ways, in the sense that we sort of evaluate a person and make sure that we understand what they need to feel comfortable, safe, mentally aware, physically aware. And so that's the holistic aspect of it. That's what I'm currently in school in. And a part of why I decided to do that was because my mom is a nurse.
Yes.
And when she had to take us to work with her because she didn't have anywhere to put us, she would bring me to work with her, and I would work with an and the occupational therapist had me working with the patient, which I won't say her name for privacy reasons. And we just clicked. Like, me and this patient, I was able to sort of understand her needs rather than that typical medical like history of like you know, it just being all about the science and the biology of the diagnosis and the symptoms and the da-da-da-da. It was more so about getting to know the patient and understanding that and finding ways to help them with what they identified. And that's what occupational therapy is. And of course, like, I gravitated towards it, and I was like, I need to explore this a little further. And so that's how I got into OT.
That's really good.
Yeah.
We're going into our next section. It's the last couple sections of our interview, and I just want to see, like, what choice would you choose? As I'm going to go rapid fire.
All right, let's go.
And you're going to have to choose what it is. You can explain a little bit, but, you know, we'll go rapid fire into it, okay? All right. Spicy or bland?
Spicy.
You like spicy?
Is that even a question?
Some Africans don't like spicy. That's crazy. I lived in Nebraska for a little bit of my life.
Some Africans. It's her. It's her.
No. I love spicy.
Oh,
but I lived in Nebraska, and there was this family we came across, and we went to their house, and they had no spicy food. All their kids ate bland, very bland food. Bland as hell. And I was like, are you guys African? What's happening? But yeah, so I'm glad it's still in you.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Okay.
Spicy is in my nature.
Okay.
I am Eritrean, girl.
Yeah.
We cannot do it.
LA or Bay Area? Bay Area? She said that very, very low. She said Bay Area. Wow, the Inglewood Queen.
I love my Inglewood roots,
Yes.
but I love the way that I feel in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it's just a different vibe.
It's different.
People really
And
keep us on the back burner, but we're lit as hell.
I love the Bay Area, and I would return to Los Angeles. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I would not Los Angeles, Inglewood. I
Yes.
would return to Inglewood,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely think that would probably be like late in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a couple kids.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't like to think that far ahead.
Yeah.
But if I could see it, yeah, the Bay or Inglewood.
Okay.
Hands down.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Yeah. Y'all.
Every day.
We
Every
doing
motherfucking
coffee
day.
all the time.
I literally drink coffee every
It's such
single
a
day.
recreant thing or hobbish
Yeah.
thing. Every time I go to someone's house, I'm like, oh, y'all drink
What
coffee?
I miss it so much. I can't wait to see my mom because
Yes.
we call it bun.
Okay.
But yeah, it's coffee all day, every day.
Okay,
girl.
why is it coffee? Why
I
are
don't.
you
It's a tradition.
Mhm.
It's a moment where you sort of connect with other people.
Mhm.
We drink it. My fondest memory of it is when my grandma would like make me make it every
Mhm.
Sunday
Aw.
before she got home from church,
Yes.
because after church everybody would come to her house and
Yeah.
drink bun,
Aw.
and I would prepare the bun for her,
Uh-huh.
and then she would make it, and that's just been what I've
Tradition.
known.
Yeah.
My mom does it every Tuesday and Sunday.
Aw.
Honestly, lowest of keys, most likely every day if she like could, but
Mhm.
yeah, like it is a very important part of the culture.
Yeah.
I don't know, but bun is really, really like strong.
The thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah. And I love drinking bun with my mom. Like
Yeah.
it's super like nostalgic.
Yeah, and how you
it's-
connect.
Yeah, and it reminds me of my grandma who's
Mhm.
passed, like my grandpa who's passed, who really like never missed a single one,
Mhm.
like ever.
East Africa or West Africa?
East go. It's like how you expect me to live it?
I mean, some people that are from a certain side, they may feel like the other side is more poppin'. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, we're gonna do first word that comes to your mind.
Whew, okay.
Okay, Eritrea.
Mom.
2020.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
It's
Happiness.
Oh. I thought of my baby Alex.
Aww.
That's cute. I love
Yes.
that. Yes.
That's her boo-boo. Megan Thee Stallion.
Warrior.
Mmm. Yes,
Mhm.
that is what she is. Taurus.
Me.
Yeah.
I think of me. I think of all the Tauruses that are stubborn, but bullheaded, independent ass, stand by what they feel as people.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I think of Taurus.
Tauruses and Pisces, we get along really well.
Especially me and her.
Yes.
Like, I've never gotten along with a Pisces as much as I've gotten along with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you so
I love
much.
you so much more.
Like, our relationship, I can't even explain it to you and you would understand. But I love her so much. So much.
And
I want to thank you so much for being here and doing this with me. The thing that I love most about life is about self-reflection. And so I want to ask you, what would be your self-love, like, advice that you would give to anybody? It doesn't even have to do with being African, but you could tied into that, but what is your self-love like mantra?
It's a little emotional for me, but be kind to yourself. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt.
Amen.
You are not made to be perfect. You are made to learn and to grow and to evolve. And stand strong in that. And learn as much as you can, grow as much as you can, and evolve as much as you can, and not what anyone else expects you to do or be.
Yes.
Because that's all that you're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm learning that day by day, night by night, as I say.
Can't be too hard on yourself.
Absolutely not. And I was just recently told, like, it can either be day one or one day, and it's up to you to choose. Yeah, and I choose for it to be the day one. Yeah, every day.
I love
So
that.
yes, yes, that's a great,
Thank
great
you
way.
so much.
Yeah.
I love you so much. I hope that the people got to connect with you, your culture, what you're doing, and just what we have to say. If you guys want to talk more with us down below, definitely comment. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new to my channel.
You better subscribe.
Yeah, do that. Do that right now. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Come back for more. Yeah.